What is today? Let's look. August 3rd, 93.5 at 10 o'clock. Ooh, hold on. 93.5. Let's see if I can get it. I don't think so, Dad. Trying. Look at that. Okay, one more thing. What is it? You're not gonna work either. just insult him. He would absolutely fuck with every single one of my fucking ideas. Go. 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 Yeah. Okay. Maybe somebody can help me with this. Hi. Quick question. Good morning. Beastie bro. Really? Huh? Really fed up? Oh yeah. Fuck the evil eye. I totally get it. Listen, I have a question for those of you who are still there. I literally tried 4 different radios, from an old boombox to a CD record stereo player to just a CD player with radio. Okay. Then I went and found this little fucker. I'm trying to get, don't laugh. Ooh, no, don't really need it outside. I'm trying to get a particular station on. And normally, well, should I say normally? Nothing is fucking working normally. Ooh, some cobwebs. What can mess up an AM, FM radio? What is it that they are sending? Is it through, can they block my AM, FM? Like, I know there's something fucking screwy about this. What station? That's irrelevant. It's a polka station. One that my mom used to be on. I know, ha ha ha. But it's only on for an hour on Sunday mornings. It's a Poughkeepsie show. Okay. It is, the numbers are 93.5. You like polka music? So I'm going to see if I can get this little sucker to work. Okay. 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 Shh. Ah. Let's see. Every once in a while I catch it if I'm not, busy or working. And it just helps me connect to my mom and something I really love to do, which is polka dancing. So let's see. It should be like right here. And it's not. Nope. It's not AM. Why can't I get this station that normally comes in beautifully? I feel like I might get off this and go sit in the car for 45 minutes and listen to the rest of it. I don't understand. It's a Poughkeepsie College channel. I just, I don't understand why it won't pick it up. I also can't sign into YouTube this morning. Like, really? Come on. They don't want problem solvers. They don't want problem solvers. They want people who create mayhem.
Under attack by...
See, no, too close to 92.
You can now fire drones.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. 93.5. I'm in the right spot. I always thought it was 96, but let me check. I heard a glimpse of it on one of them, so I know it's on. No.
Have to look back again at Russia and Ukraine and see that for both of those state-nurtured.
I mean, all music is great, but when something's only on for an hour. We have inspiration music. I don't know what that is. All right, hold on. Maybe I can... I'm very disappointed right now. Poughkeepsie... It's a Poughkeepsie College. 93.5. See what happens. Poughkeepsie, New York. I'm trying to find it on YouTube. WSPK? No, that's K104. Like I said, I can listen to just about anything, but I really wanted to hear polkas this morning. I'm hoping it pops up here. Trying like hell, Ma. No. Can somebody assist me with this, please? Listen to that, though. Pretty, but not what I was going for. Also pretty, not what I was going for. Yeah, it is sad.
Presenting New Orleans funk band Galactic with the guest
very cool.
Joseph on August 9th.
But
and
no.
Jazz guitarist Pat Metheny on October 4th.
What station is this?
And historic Cherry Hill, presenting the world of James Black Life in Gilded Age Albany, an exhibition of contemporary art and historic artifacts related to a famed former resident.
Oh, come on.
HistoricCherryHill.org.
No, I added polka to the search and it got worse. WRRV, maybe? Oh, I can't remember the call letters. I don't do well with stuff like that. Like, I know I'm absolutely wrong. No. Pooper. I really wanted to listen to the station this morning.
Charles Snyder with these headlines. Authorities in Western... Residents to be...
I'm going to try once more on the radio that's inside. Because I heard it a little bit. Whatever. Thanks for your support. I'm going to, I guess, try another way. How frustrating. Very, very frustrating. I cannot win today. I will win, but I cannot win. It's going to be a long day, I can see already. How else can we annoy this girl? Let's get to the drawing board. Yeah, you're great at it. I mean, you don't have to work too hard to annoy me, but it doesn't mean you're going to get the better of me. There's a difference. And if I can't listen to polkas that way, I'll figure out another way. Like, I can't even access my live like I did. I mean, it's just a matter of them being annoying. Let's see, what else did he say? 93.5, it's a Poughkeepsie College station. And a guy named Mike is usually on the radio. My mom used to go, and she used to help. I'm going to try once more on the radio on the inside, and you never know. One more time. I don't remember numbers very well. 93.5. I struggle with the numbers. So I'm going to try this one more time. 93.5 now. Do you make it happen? Yeah, that's not what should be on there. Wow, that's disappointing. Scary shit. Watch out now. We tried. Come on. Move. Save me. Thank you. All right, well, that's not going to happen. Yeah, I tried. I really did. But yeah, what is it that people can do? Internet services, telephone, like what, how do they mess with your AM, FM? I have to get to the bottom of that. Because I'll get the radio on and it'll be freaking perfect, loud and clear. I'll walk out the door to go do something in the yard and it turns into complete static. It's like, again, just another sabotage. I haven't even had any birds come to the feeder. Anybody notice any? Put good stuff in there today. I can't even access, what's going on here? It's all right. I won't hold it against anybody. But if anybody can give me a way to access a radio station on the computer or YouTube or whatever, let me know. Because I would like to maybe even catch the end of it if I can. Let's try. Hmm. 95.3. Yana. Poughkeepsie, New York, named one of the most dangerous cities in New York. Oh, I wonder why. I think they say that about every city, though. So disappointing. Well, I ended up putting a station on that I really didn't want to listen to, per se. So, anybody have any other suggestions for that? I really wanted to hear some polka music this morning. It's not letting me do anything I want to do today. Well, story of my life. How many of you have an entity I'm only going to call it that because I can't give it a name. Can't say the name. I can't excuse or accuse. Ooh, that was a good Freudian slip. But something that tries every day to interrupt your flow, interrupt what you want to do in order to be productive. And I'm not talking about interrupting yourself. I mean, for example, an interruption of radio waves. I can't get a station on. I also can't get 3 different radios to work this morning. Only one is working. That one worked a little bit too. And I don't even know where that was. My camping radio. Like, went through a lot of batteries with that little guy. But it worked great if you needed to know, like, if a storm was coming. Or you just wanted to listen to tunes while you sat by the fire. See, when we did that camping business, we didn't have cell phones. We couldn't bring a library of music with us. I mean, you actually had to talk to your friends. You had to drink beers and act silly and... Okay. Please forgive me, my friend Steve from high school. But one of the silly pranks that we did, it wasn't very nice, and I apologize for it profusely, and I did afterwards, too. I mean, he lived, he didn't get hurt. But another friend of mine and I went around, and we collected a whole bunch of garter snakes. Little ones. They were everywhere. There was a bunch of streams where we were, and so it was a very moist area, very happy little snakes. And we knew that our friend Steve was deathly afraid of snakes. And while he was passed out, sleeping in the tent, we went around with all these little snakes, and we put them, like, we positioned them. I can't remember if Mark killed them or not. I think there were a few that we were able to, like, again, I don't promote that at all. Actually, I have a video on my own channel of a snake that I found in my garden the other day that I 100% respected, because that's who I grew up into. But anyways, can't tell a young boy what to do. You just gotta go with it. So anyway, we set them all up. I never heard a boy shriek. No matter where he went. We even put one, I think, like right where he woke up, so it was like the first thing he saw. And we laughed. We had such a good laugh, but it wasn't very nice to do. He got over it pretty quickly. Once he realized the snakes, weren't coming after him, they weren't poisonous. Like, I think he had another beer. Things you do when you're a kid. And we were kids. Maybe 14, 15, 16. I think we were in high school for sure. That was one funny camping trip. But anyway, I don't play pranks on people, anymore. I didn't after that scenario, I don't think. But he was a good sport. All my friends used to be good sports. I don't really know what happened. I don't know where any of them are. So if you want a quick listen to what I was hoping to get on the radio, I'll play a little snippet of a live that I was at. When was this? January? When did we go? No. Does it tell me the month? No, but, listen. Probably sounds terrible. But it's, again, a cell phone footage of Polka Family Band. They were at Mohegan Sun with Jimmy Sturr, and I apologize that I can't remember the other band. It was more of like a marching band style, but they were pretty fantastic for their genre of music. But they get good. They get everybody going. It's super fun. I didn't get off the dance floor, maybe once or twice. I pity the fool who's standing around and I know you can dance, because I'm going to go up to you and say, want to go on the floor? And then a friend of mine that I used to dance with, somewhere in Pennsylvania where my parents used to go, every once in a while I would go with them. Super smooth on his feet, real tall guy. You wouldn't expect... Yeah, that was pretty awesome. Nice job, guys. You wouldn't expect a bigger guy to be super light on his feet, but this guy is smooth, and I loved dancing with him. Even though it was more like running. I have a hard time sometimes keeping up with people with long legs. I just stay on the balls of my feet, and I just hang on tight. I know a dance partner that I grew up with and a dance group that I was in, Carolina Polka Dancers, Ray. I used to hang onto his belt loop, another really big, tall, like, burly guy. Oh man, I think my feet were in the air most of the time, especially when we did spins. I think I touched down maybe like 1 out of the 3 beats. I don't care. It was super fun. I'm going to see if I can find... I mean, and some of it's like traditional, and some of it, what they do now, like they do with any other kind of music, they do it with country line dancing music. They overlay like a really hit, you know, like a big hit that might necessarily, maybe it's pop, maybe it's, I don't know, whatever it is on the regular radio stations. And they play, you know, the underlining tune, but underneath that, it's all polka. So you can sing along like you would in the car to the radio station, and your feet are doing the polka dance. So they've learned how to do a lot of cool shit. I think for the month of August, I'm going to do a little research and go to a few of these polkas. I don't need to tell anybody where I'm going. Nobody cares. And I'm pretty sure I'll find somebody somewhere who is willing to polka dance with me. See, here's another one. Here's same band. It says Wisconsin 3 years ago. These guys are great. I grew up more or less dancing along to the music of
Here we go. One called the Baby Polka.
The Baby Polka. Jimmy Sturr and his orchestra used to play for us quite a bit whenever we performed, if we were at the same location. And if you know anything about his orchestra, I mean, they're phenomenal. They can play anything. Really, they can play anything. But they used to play for us, and my mom was the MC. She was the one who would go up and introduce the songs and tell a little bit about the history of the song, a little bit about the dance group. That was some serious years of my life. And, you know, one of the reasons why I didn't always connect with people in high school is because I had a whole group of young people, like an extended family. I didn't have to be in any kind of friends groups at school. You know, I just had to get through the day there. You know, but my best friends were all different ages in the dance group, and it was literally one for all for one. Our director was very tough, but she was so talented and so professional. If one person messed up at a practice, do it again. Everybody do it again. And, you know, there was always somebody in the group who didn't feel good or maybe just was a little behind that day. You know, we all heard about it. We all heard about it because we all took turns messing up. Luckily enough, I believe we all laughed a lot. You know, those people that you go through puberty with and you spend a lot of time with, those are your family. You know, those are the people who love you unconditionally because we all had to. I mean, sometimes we were stuck in a bus. You know, we had our own bus. It was a really funny time period. And I can remember those trips. You know what the best part was? The kids would all be in the back of the bus. And, you know, that's where you think the party's going to be. Oh, no. The party was in the front of the bus. The parents in the front of the bus were raging. They'd have music blaring, alcohol, snacks. I mean, they were loud. They were doing 50-50s. I mean, they were just doing everything. And what were we all doing in the back? Laughing at our parents. You know, I don't think this happens anymore. Like, I just think that generation is gone. It's evolved into, I guess, rules. But there was so much fun. Like, I talk all the time with 1 or 2, maybe 3 on a somewhat regular basis of the people that I grew up with in that dance group. And one of us has one memory that the other ones forgot. And sure enough, it triggers and we laugh so hard. Oh, of course, it's time to mow next door. And I have VHS tapes, tons of them, because, you know, back then there were no cell phones. And if parents wanted to take video and document what our group was doing, they had to carry around those big suckers. You know, it was always somebody's dad. There was 1 or 2 dads that always volunteered for that job. I think they liked being behind the camera instead of in front of the camera. So, like, one of the reasons why this shit's easy for me, I could care less what I look like. I have performed for thousands of people polka dancing. And then I was a preschool teacher and lower elementary teacher for a long time. And you don't think about what you look like. You focus on whether or not your audience or your students are receiving the message that you're sending. You know, you don't think about that. There's no vanity in that type of job. And I don't know, I think society's gone downhill because there's vanity everywhere now. You know, who cares what your teacher's clothes look like? Is she kind? Is she empathetic? Does she see your effort? You know, and on the polka dance floor, listen, thank you, my neighbor with the lawnmower. Anyway, I'll probably have to cut this short because of that, because it's just too much noise. But the one thing about going to polkas, and it's a little sad, but like when I go now, and I'm in my 50s, I was a kid, you know, and all of those faces that I still see in the audience, they're 30, 40 years older. I still recognize them as they were when they were young. I see the glow in their eyes. You know, most of their hair is white and silver and gray, and they don't move like they used to. And I recognize the people that I used to watch and study so that I could learn little nuances of dancing. I was a very lucky kid with regards to that experience, that type of experience. Live music, always around live music. I have a thing for being able to listen and isolate instruments that I don't know. I'm not musically inclined at all. My sister was the one who took piano lessons. I don't know if we couldn't afford it or they just didn't think I could do it. Then again, I have short, fat fingers. Maybe that was the decision maker. I don't know. But she didn't stick with it. But she has children who are incredibly musical. Trained singers. My nephew is a drummer. He's phenomenal. He plays a couple other instruments. He's really getting into jazz, and he's in like a little rock band now in college, and he's fabulous. It's just those people that used to be young and used to be the vibrant people on the dance floor. They're barely getting around the dance floor, you know, just due to age. Just due to age, it happens to all of our bodies, and I hope I'm dancing until the day that I die. I don't care if I'm on the beat, off the beat, I don't care. But these people would be struggling to get from getting out of their chair to getting to the edge of the dance floor. But the minute they would step on the dance floor, it was like a time machine. All of a sudden, they can move. They're smiling, and they're doing an amazing job, you know. And then the song is over, and then they're back to like ooh, ee, ooh, ah, and it's just wow. I don't think people understand how powerful music is, how expressing your body with music is. You know, it's just fantastic, and I think it just got ingrained in me when I was a kid. So when I was on this other channel, Music Reaction Channel, you know, a little previously to this year, of course, I had a hard time staying in the chair. I mean, I was listening to music through headphones, so it was crisp and it was clear, and you could hear, again, all the little nuances of each instrument. And there's no way, shape, or form that I can sit still to anything that has a percussion background or any kind of, I don't know, actually, no, because I like metal, too. I like things that don't make sense. There were one or two things that we listened to that were just a little too busy. And if you want me to focus, it'd have a reaction. It can't be my first listen. It's one of those things where you have to get on that roller coaster 3 or 4 times. Then you know how to hold on tight and ride the rest of the song. But, yeah, so I got up, and it was very sweet. I commented on a King Gizzard Lizard Wizard video the other day. And that was one of the bands I absolutely fell in love with. Like, if they were a jam band, more or less, and I don't mean that in any way, shape, or form as a negative, because that's what I followed when I was back in college, and I had a good friend that we bootlegged with. If they were around back in, like, the 90s, the early 90s when I went to college, I would have been a follower. Like, I would have been one of those people. You know, back then we saw the Allman Brothers a little too much. We saw Fish way too much. Like, there were certain bands that were really big, up and coming then, and very popular, and they still are because they're all tremendous musicians. But like, so I commented, and someone said, "Oh, I didn't. Are you? You know, I think I recognize you from the other channel. You were always dancing." And it just, I literally, like, I think I cried. Right, I'm doing right now. You know, when you don't make someone stop being who they are, and they don't care how they look, and they only care about how they feel, and they're not doing anything offensive, anything inappropriate, don't get in their way, because life is really not about stifling. It's really not. It's not about interrupting somebody's AM FM radio when they want to listen to polkas because it brings them close to their dead mom. Shame on you, you know. But like, don't do it, especially children. You know, listen, it might not be your lifestyle, but say you're out somewhere with your child and they hear something or they see something that completely encapsulates their attention, and they become fascinated with it. They're showing you a clue as to what part of their brain is activated and what part of their brain is absorbing the environment. Don't assume just because it's not something that you do or you like, that isn't something that you can promote in your child's life. You know, like I love theater. I love to go to the theater, and I'm not so much into the storytelling part of the music, but the whole theater experience is something that I get enthralled with. You know, and for a number of years, I had a friend who always invited me. Maybe somebody dropped out, or he had an extra ticket, or he didn't feel like going by himself, you know, and I never said no. I'm never going to say no to that stuff. You know, artwork is the same thing. Any type of, like, expression, we stifle, you know, and history books. We really shouldn't even study, really, history books, you know, word for word. We should just highlight those moments that help you make better choices in the future. I'm just saying, just because it's not your thing. Like, I had a discussion the other day with somebody about video games, and it was almost as if they got defensive, or the fact that I was telling them, or they heard, or whatever, because people have been saying all sorts of shit and on behalf of me, pretending to be me. So please speak to the horse. If I'm ever on a live and you want to know if there was an opinion or a comment that I made, you need to discern right now, and you need to ask me if it was me, and I will be 100% honest with you. And if it's something we disagree on, let's have a discussion about it. I won't try to change your mind, though. Fine. But anyway, this particular topic was whether or not I am a fan of gaming, or I look down upon it, or I don't like gamers. Please, I'm not in that generation of gaming. I tried to explain. I did play video games for what was available to me as a kid. But as an adult, it wasn't anything ever that I stumbled across and got into. I was more into the live type like stuff. I did comment, I have a hummingbird. I don't know if he'll come this way. He's busy over there, but yay, I have one. It's a dull one. It's a female. I have yet to see the pretty one. Well, actually, I did earlier on, but usually I have pairs, and I have a pair this year. I tried to express to them that you have to do what makes you happy. If you want to spend all that time gaming, and, you know, it's probably a good, like, adrenaline, I imagine. You know, it gets you going. It gets you all revved up, you know, but all your interaction is between you and headsets, or, you know, some encased visual or whatever. I mean, more power to you. I get really bored. I'm a total adult ADHDer, like, and I have been, and I'm a big walking coping mechanism, but I try to be kind. So, you know, I have extra patience for a lot of things that go on around me, because I need that patience. You know, and all my friends, and she talks too much, listen to me right now. But believe it or not, I can listen at the same time that I'm talking. It's something that I got really good at. It was a survival mechanism, especially to get through school. You know, I don't hold on to numbers very well. I don't have retention for numbers. There's dyscalculia and something else. And I mentioned a story a while back about me crying in front of an analog clock because I couldn't do it. But when I worked with little ones and I had to introduce time, money, all these number concepts, I got to literally practice it over and over again at all different levels. And I think I mastered that. I mean, I can go in front of an analog clock now and be like, boom, it's such and such. Yeah, maybe every once in a blue moon I have to go 5, 10, 15, 20, whatever. Am I going to get to the time? I am. It doesn't mean I'm not intelligent in other areas of my life. And so this is how I kind of approach everyone. Everybody has gifts. Everybody has gifts. Everybody even has gifts that are unexplainable. Gifts they haven't recognized yet. And then there's a few people who have those recognizable gifts that very few people have. They're ashamed to talk about it because people assume they're crazy. Embrace yourself. Embrace it before you get too old to enjoy it. And if it's something that you can use to help somebody else, don't follow the devil when it comes to that shit. What are you going to make, money? Okay, it's just going to burn a hole in your pocket. Maybe it'll buy you a fancy car. I don't know. I mean, whatever your joys are. I just don't do that. I just haven't ever had the opportunity to. And I like where I'm at. I don't necessarily have everything I want, but I've really never been without what I need. And it's funny, people that I know now may have not had my back in the recent past, were kind to me in the past. So, like I said, I mentioned yesterday, I have forgiveness. I just don't know that I'll ever know you. It's going to take a really special bond for that level of forgiveness. Like right now, I'm really disappointed I'm not listening to polkas. I don't know. Whatever. Block me. I'll catch it on another day. I have tons of music I could listen to. I'm not stuck. But yeah, listen to my lovely neighbor. They're really nice people. But no matter what I'm doing outside, I could be inside for 22 out of the 24 hours of the day, and those 2 hours that I come outside, it's noise. Lots of noise. It's all right. I like them. I let it slide. I vent and then I let it slide. And you know what? Sometimes that's all you have to do. Spit it out, push it forward, and move on. You don't really have to get in anybody's face. You don't have to make anybody feel badly about what they're doing. You just have to own yourself, own your own choices and decisions. Let's see how loud. Oh, play. So I just listened for just a second. I don't think I have anybody watching, so I don't think it'll annoy anyone. So that's his son. This used to be like a bigger family. This is so cool. And the musicians are smiling at one another. It's like the coolest thing. I love watching bands interact. Most of the time I'm too busy dancing. I don't speak Polish, but sometimes some of the songs that we heard over and over again, we'd sing right along to, and I had no idea what I was singing. But this is Polka Family Band, and they are just fantastic. Earlier on, this band, I believe, his parents were a part of the group, and I see his son plays numerous instruments. This guy spins his trumpet on his thumb. He's so cool. But he's kind of the lead guy now, and it's fabulous. You know, if I do come into money, I'll probably end up in a polka caravan while my body is young enough and well enough to go dancing. Anybody want to go? I'll put up a sign-up sheet on my channel. I really don't know anybody else who polka dances other than a handful of people that I grew up with in that dance group and the older generation, and some of them who've taught their grandchildren. My mom and a gentleman named Richie used to teach a polka class in the summer in Pine Island, New York, and they got a lot of people to show up, and most of the time it was a group of people who wanted the next generation in their family, the second to last generation of their family, to learn to dance. And they really gave a lot of their time and effort and heart, and they just so sincerely taught it. And my mom's not Polish, but she is. I think she said she found polka music when she was a teenager. She said she'd either go to a sock hop or a polka dance, which I thought was pretty cool. And I know my aunt, one particular aunt, was also known for having a reputation for being on the dance floor. It's in my genes. You're not going to make me stop dancing. I don't think my sister has that bug. Wow, they got a big, huge white tent, and it is head to head to head. Pink gizzard, lizard, wizard. Kind of like their kind of crowds. And polka people get a little nutty. They storm the stage and they shake things. It's really cute. Yeah, I mean, believe it or not, any type of music has followers. It may not make me cool, but it makes me happy, so there. His nephew happens to be on the band here. See? Pretty cool. Grab your favorite polka partner, he says. I love it. I love it. It's okay, one day I'll find my group of people who want to listen to polkas with me. You know, if not, in my next life, I know. In my next life, I'm probably going to be in a polka band. Why not? Learn to play an instrument. I'll be in any kind of band. I need to find a song that I like. Well, I'm hearing it. Not what I was going for today, but it's okay. You never know what you're going to do. Stay flexible. Stay flexible. And if somebody says, hey, you want to go listen to a band with me? So what if you don't think it's going to be something you like? You're gonna like it. You're gonna like the environment and the atmosphere if you don't focus on the like or dislike, and you just focus on being, oh, look at these people. Look at this. This is one freaking happy crowd. They don't do like crowd dives and all the cool shit that younger people do, but they are just as revved up and just as happy. I love it. I mean, as a kid, man, did we laugh. We also met a lot of like celebrities from the 70s and the 80s. I remember we were on the docket at Dolly World. Yeah, Dolly Parton has an amusement park. I think we were in Tennessee. I could be wrong, but I want to say it's in Tennessee. And that was one of the nicest places to be ever. And we met her. She was absolutely lovely. I remember she was wearing like an aquamarine outfit with white tassels. She was beautiful. She still is beautiful. But I mean, and she thanked us. She thanked us for being there. And she did watch, I believe she watched our performance and gave us really positive feedback. She didn't have to do that. She didn't, no one ever has to go out of their way to say something nice. But when you do, I mean, I think it makes you equally happy. I mean, that's how I feel about it. So here's something I want to put out there, just so you people all know, for record's sake. I have been having the hardest time with this whole identity theft, addressing I don't know what the word is, utilities, whatever, like anything that you would have to call and handle something that's connected to your identity, your accounts, things like that. And every once in a while, I'll get somebody normal and human and who listens and who helps you problem solve the way they're supposed to. And at the end of that conversation, I've always taken lots of notes, and I make sure I have their name correct, and I ask, is there a supervisor, or is there any way for me to say something nice on your behalf every time, as long as it's a reciprocated type of respect. And over the last 6 to 8 months, I've yet to receive the email that I'm supposed to get that gives me an outlet to say something positive. I have been able to leave some voicemails on supervisors' phones, but who knows if they hear them. But I have made sure to tell the person before they hang up the phone how much I appreciate it, because I've been kind of put through the ringer here with a lot of not so nice people. And it's disappointing. But hey, you make your day what it is, and if you're going to get up in the morning and decide to torture somebody, well, good job. But if you wake up in the morning, hey, birds are starting to come in. There's some good stuff in that mix that I got. You know, like I said, if I forget to put food there, they'll shout at me. They'll rally. They'll all sit around, and all of a sudden it's like, and I'm like, whoa, okay, I forgot to do something. Anyway, so the song on the inside of the house is John Cougar Mellencamp. Oh yeah, life goes on long after the thrill of living is gone. Guess what? It should never be gone. It should never be gone. Even if going and sitting in a really comfortable spot with a good cup of coffee and you're in your 80s is your highlight of your day, acknowledge that you have a highlight. Enjoy it. Invite somebody to sit on that bench with you. You know? I've been forced into isolation these past couple months. Literally, like, I don't know if they paid off my friends. I don't know what they told my friends. I don't know, whatever. You know, it's fine. Like, I'm my own best company on any day, trust me, especially when I don't feel good. And I imagine a lot of you feel the same way. But they made their biggest mistake by not keeping me busy. Because you know what that allowed me to do? It allowed me to keep busy in here. It allowed me to go back to my original faculties that got me to where I was anyway, and do research and read and listen to things and focus on my yard and get my hands dirty and spend really quality time with my animals. You have to understand that's not a backwards move. I mean, maybe if I had some severe mental illness and I was depressed and, you go through that in your early years, hopefully, and it doesn't revisit you as an adult. And, I do have moments where I wake up and I'm a little, what's the word? I tread lightly. And I wait to see where my thoughts are going to go. I wait to see what my energy level is like. But I've gotten really good at choosing the activities that match my best ability for that moment or that day. And I can bring it when it comes to work. When somebody else is relying on me, see this? It's deliberate. Whatever, I'm still going to talk. I said, listen, if I had an opportunity to be completely fluent in a language, it would be sign language. I just think that's a beautiful language. Just beautiful. But I have absolutely no interest in making noise right now. Like, I could be weed whacking. I could be doing all sorts of shit. I'd rather have music on loud, walk around and pluck things with my hands. Oh my gosh, at some point in the day, I don't even know why I have nails right now, because I break them all, because I'm like a grunt worker. But what I was saying is, my work ethic is very strong. So if the work I choose is for me and bettering me or problem solving something or getting to the bottom of something, the worst thing you could do is give me free time, because I'm going to utilize that resource. I'm going to utilize my brain. I know what I'm capable of to some degree. I think I've also underestimated myself. I said my big message on one of these lives was, don't underestimate anyone. Well, don't underestimate yourself either. I don't really have nerves anymore with stuff. I recently tried something that I thought was super cool. I'd done it twice, and of course I'm blocked from that now, so I'm sure I'm missing out on opportunities to have more experiences with that. And if you know me, you probably know what it is, but what a fantastic, fun thing to do. Even if you only do it once, you can say I tried it. But even the two experiences were very different. It was background acting, being in the background of something going on that's super cool. I loved watching the production. I loved watching the reason why there are so many people on that team is because they know how to delegate. They break everything down into the smallest pieces, and then everybody has a particular job to do. You don't get inundated with 6 different responsibilities and then you have to prioritize in the moment. Everyone seems to have a very particular job. And the 2 groups of people that I watched do this magic were amazing with regards to communication, with regards to focus, even being open to suggestions made by other people, in the room. I don't know. I can't wait to do it again. I could probably do that full time for the rest of my life. I don't care if it's me sitting in an audience clapping. Just to be a part of something in, the backbone of it is just phenomenal. It's very similar to how I feel about foundational learning with kids. It's probably why my foundation, I loved helping them lay in the building blocks of their own abilities and reminding them every day, you can do that. Try it. Oh, you didn't do so good yesterday? Well, try it today. Did you know because you tried it yesterday, you probably have a little bit more ability today? And there's those kind of little, awarenesses that get people somewhere in life. It's not stealing. It's not stealing. I hate to come back to that, but there's, you have to see both sides to everything. It's like when I'm metal detecting and I come up lucky and find a coin. Well, one side of the coin usually has a face, and the other side of the coin has the date. And usually, oh man, what is it? What is it? What is it? I remember finding my 1810 coin, and I flipped it. I was like, wow, somebody was standing right here in 1810. Why they dropped their coin? I don't know. What were they doing? A cartwheel? Who knows? But it just shows that there's life everywhere. And just because somebody passes away doesn't mean they're not still here. You know, everybody leaves their mark in some way, shape, or form. Even if nobody knows who that person was, nobody remembers their name, they weren't famous for something, I'm holding the coin that they were holding. And you're damn right, their energy's in that coin. They existed. They existed. It's existence. An acknowledgement of existence and what you're capable of. Whew! Sorry about the rambling. That's what happens when nobody joins the conversation. Okay, well anyway, that was my little, like, I said I was going to stay under an hour today, and it's 55 minutes, so unless somebody pops on to harass me or talk legitimately, I'll turn it off in 4 minutes. I don't even care that I couldn't watch it on the screen. Like, whatever. These people who want to try to sabotage me, I don't think you can. I don't think you can sabotage spirit. You know, you could try. But I don't think you can take someone's spirit away. I mean, I know people do it, like if you're into that kind of shit. But, nope. Not if it's a strong spirit. Not if it's a spirit that's been passed down generations and you come from some really freaking strong people. And I know I've come from some very strong people. And I'm learning too, and I think I'm going to learn more. I think they were very brave people. And they were people who loved their family, so that's my hem and my haw right now. We'll see where it all goes. But anybody who popped on, said hello, and to RIM, who even bothered to ask what station it was I was trying to find, thank you. That was very sweet of you to even care what I was trying to do. I'm just sorry that I couldn't share it the way I wanted to share it. Yeah, it was sad. That was his comment. But, you know, I guess I'll sign off in 3 minutes, and unless whoever just popped on wants to say hello and have a conversation. Nope. And off they go again. You know why? It's because I don't have my boobs in your face. And I could, but I'm choosing not to. Like, it's not necessary. Well, for some people it is. Maybe some people who are all visual need to see that stuff. I'm not a visual person. I'm more of an energetic person. Just lovely. Another reason why I should probably get off. The lawnmower has gotten even closer. It's okay. I'm so used to it. It's like I have a pet mosquito, you know? His name is George. His only rule is you can't sting me. But anyway, it's Sunday, and it's cool here in New York. Pretty peaceful. So I guess I'll just send you a cheers, and remember to smile. Somebody needs it. And do your best. Do your best for what you can do. And if somebody's trying to sabotage you, laugh it off. Laugh it off. They don't know you. Because I have a feeling if they bothered to get to know you, they wouldn't do it. They'd say, hey, person doesn't deserve that. I bet I could find something more productive to do with my time. I bet you could too. Anyways. I should probably do some mowing while he's making noise. I'm not a tit-for-tat person, so it's not like I would wait for him to stop and go rev up. I just don't feel like it. Okay. Anyways, have a great day, everyone. Cheers. Goodbye.